like to welcome a couple new people for the podcast this week. Mark, my boy,
What's good?
and
Let's get it.
Justin, Ryan's brother, Justin.
Yo,
So let's kick this off. Do we want to talk about what happened on Monday night, and we want to talk about the recent releases, or do you want to get into the predictions?
let's touch on that a little bit.
Okay.
To it.
So
Yeah, our truth is,
yeah,
yeah,
over
man.
the
That's
weekend,
sad.
I think it's Sunday morning, our truth tweeted out saying that WWE is not renewing his contract. Uh, And then a lot of people thought it was a joke until Sean Ross Sapp came out and said, no, it's true. They're not renewing his contract. So our truth is no longer a WWE. It's 17 years, 17 long years in WWE, and this is how they end it. And I can't blame Triple H for this. I got to blame TKO. TKO does not give a shit. They're all about making money. And Triple H was in charge of this, but Triple H had no choice. He had to choose someone, and sadly, he chose our truth. And they didn't really give him much. I mean, it just sucks that because our truth, he's a guy that's gonna find a way to make you laugh, and that's what you need in a wrestling locker room, especially
Facts.
these days.
Yeah. Didn't I see Carlito was being let go too?
Carlito has also been let go,
Yeah,
and there's talks that the Miz is also on his way out.
yeah. Something about Carlito might get sued by WWE
Really?
Kind of,
Yeah,
That I did not
about
see.
stealing money. Yeah,
kind of
money
weird.
laundered.
Oh, I did hear about that.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
there's
you're right.
one
I did hear about
shining
that.
light in Carlito's career. He did just win the Puerto Rico World Heavyweight title.
So
So there
he
is
is back
that.
in
It
Puerto
was
Rico.
cool.
He is back in Puerto Rico. So
Yeah, he won. He won the world title down there.
and
So at least he's staying.
and then last night we had the last two qualifying matches. We had a banger of a triple threat match between Stephanie Vecchir, Ivy Nile, and Liv Morgan. And Stephanie Vecchir
Liz.
looks like $1 million.
Yeah, she looked great.
She looks like $1 million. That's
Maybe a
and
billion.
and they kind of teased the women's title match for WrestleMania and Rhea Ripley and Stephanie. I have a feeling Stephanie is probably going to win the Royal Rumble next year. Uh, they are very high on her. I mean, the fact that they gave her the double titles. Oh, the only reason why they did it was because Julia was dealing with an injury, but she only like the injury wasn't that bad. She came back within what two weeks after that. So
So I know it's like week or two.
so Stephanie is high on the Julie and Stephanie are both high on their boards, but I think Stephanie is more they're more what they want, and she will be the women's champion at WrestleMania next year when she'll win the title. The same goes
I
for
feel like Julia might win Chamber.
she might she so I have a feeling what we
Yeah, they're
should
high on Julia too.
yeah, but I have a
They're
feeling
definitely high on her.
I think Stephanie's gonna win the Rumble. Julia could win the Money in the Bank or not Money in the Bank, the Elimination Chamber, and they both win titles the same night. I have a feeling Rhea Ripley will win back that Women's World Heavyweight Championship from EO, possibly at SummerSlam. I don't think she's winning the Money in the Bank on Sunday. I have a feeling it's going to go to Naomi. I can
Mm-mm.
see Naomi versus Julia for the title at Mania. But this also leaves where the fuck are they going to do with Roxanne? Are they going to continue with
Right.
the Judgment Day plans? Are they going to put her in Judgment Day? Because eventually I do think she will win a title too. Uh,
Yeah.
this is a good problem WWE has to have. I mean, they have so many talented young women, and I would rather have more talented young women, and they're doing the right thing, unlike a certain
That's why.
company on Wednesday nights. AEW. Uh,
That's why they created a
The
United States
shade.
membership for them.
are you kidding me, dude? Tony Khan only cares about two women in that company. Mercedes Monet and Tony Storm. Outside of that, he doesn't give a fuck. That's why he buried it all at Double or Nothing. So
Yep. Yeah.
let's get into our predictions.
Mina should have won.
Yeah, our first predictions is the Worlds Collide. So here's how we're gonna do it. The title will be on the line at Night of Champions. The winner of Worlds Collide will get an automatic shot at the title at Night of Champions. The winner of the Money in the Bank will then join them, and those two will fight each other. Not like the predictions fight each other, and the winner of that will get the IWC PC Podcast World Championship title whenever it comes in. It's not even shipped yet, but whenever it comes in, the winner of Night of Champions predictions will be the first ever crowned champion. of the podcast. So let's get into it,
Mhm.
boys. Our first match for
Our
War
first match
we're expecting this
for
to
World's
be
Blood, we have
we're expecting this to be the opening match. The North American Championship. Ethan Page, who I didn't even know beat Ricky Saints. I thought Ricky Saints retained. Uh,
no
Ethan Page is the North
Ricky
American
got
champion.
Ricky got demolished in that match. Ethan
Yeah,
Page
he
was
did.
shortcut after shortcut.
Yeah, he did,
And I'm
bro.
surprised.
It's
I'm
it's
surprised
it's
Ricky
because I
isn't
think
in the hospital
they're
right
bringing him up to the main roster. I think Ricky's.
Yeah, Ethan, it was a great showing for Ethan for sure. It was a great match.
But here is where I think your boy gets bouncy, and your boy Javon Evans wins his first title in NXT. This will be a stepping stone for Javon Evans. He's not ready yet. He needs maybe another year in NXT. He's still green. He's still green. He showed it in that triple threat match, what I still think is arguably the match of the year between Obafemi and Trick Williams. Hell of a match. I don't think he's ready for the NXT title, but I think they'll give him this title. Ethan Page is going to the main roster. I think Ray Phoenix will get a showing, and I don't know the other guy. I guess the other guy is AAA, so I don't know anything about him.
Laredo Kid, he's also an Impact.
Is he? So
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in that tag title picture over there.
so he'll get a showing too, because obviously I think AAA, but I just don't think a AAA guy is going to win an NXT title. But then again, I said I don't think an NXT superstar is going to win the TNA championship, and look at fucking Trick Williams.
There you go.
I'm gonna put a prediction for Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix.
Being being a former AAA guy himself, being a
This is Justin.
multi-time AAA. Now this is Ryan.
All right. Okay.
Being a former multi-time mega champion
Yeah.
and held almost every title in AAA. I think because it's going to be a AAA featured show that Ray Phoenix, the former world heavyweight
Hmm
champion of
I
AAA,
like it. I
come
like
out on
it.
top.
And Mark, I
I
think
like
you
it.
said Evans, right?
Yeah, I'm going with Evans.
Justin,
I just feel like this is
Gotta go all ego, baby.
Oh my god. I
I
just feel
think
like
Ethan's gonna retain.
I think this is just the crowning moment for Javon Evans. I think they reward him for having such an amazing year last year. You
I
give him the title.
Yeah,
I
I see
think it's
it.
gonna be Ethan because one, I don't think he's quite ready for the main roster. Because yeah, he has decent mic skills, but he can't stand alone.
What is there left for
Mm.
him to do?
He's
He's done
known as a
everything in
tag team
NXT.
guy.
He's done everything in NXT. What is there left to do? That's why I think they're
Besides
going.
winning a tag title.
There's nothing left for him. That's why Javon Evans still has a lot to do. He hasn't won a
Okay,
single title.
did he prove himself in AEW?
Ethan Page.
WWE still signed him.
He didn't do. They didn't do shit with him in AEW. That's the thing.
Yeah, the WWE still gave him a shot,
I know.
and he still needed to deserve said shot.
He does. I'm just saying, Javon Evans. I know. If he wins, he wins. This is your prediction. I'm just saying. To me, it makes more sense to give it to Javon because Javon, he needs to be given a title, and he's not winning the North American.
Yeah, he's overdue.
He's not winning the NXT Championship. Oba's not dropping that until at least next year. So Oba's gonna hold that belt hostage, man. And I'm surprised he's.
I think it's going to be stand and deliver when he loses it.
Yeah, I think it'll be it's either Javon Evans or it's going to be Joe Hendry, which leads us to our next match because I'm surprised he's not on this card. I would have loved to have Oba on this card. All right, so our next match is the tag team match, which we're assuming this is by order. We have Lola Vice and Stephanie versus the two top, I think, females in AAA.
it's Elise and Chick Tormenta.
Yes, and Ryan, we'll go with you to start the predictions.
I'm going with. I'm going to go out on a limb and think somebody's going to get jealous and turn on her partner for getting called out. I think Lola Vice is going to turn
You
on
think
Stephanie.
Stephanie's going to lose?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think Lola. No, I think Lola's going to turn on her
Yeah,
because she's jealous.
I can see
And
that.
Delise and Chick Tormenta are going to come out on top.
I can see that. I mean, it is also
Yeah, I
AAA.
can see that
They're going to
happening.
want to give AAA.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vikingo is going to win the main event. So, but I think they're going to. This makes sense. I mean, I would personally have Stephanie win because it's her last ever NXT match because she's going to the main roster.
I agree with Marcus on this one.
but it makes sense if AAA wants to get multiple wins, not just their main champion. I could see this happening because Lola Vice I think she's ready for a run at a title as well. But in our predictions later, I think because it's already been announced that I think she signed with WWE. The next NXT Women's Champion is it's the worst kept secret. It's going to be Mariah May. Jada
Mariah March.
is that what they're calling her now? Mariah March.
Oh God, is that what they're calling
That's
it?
what they call her involved. Yes, Mariah March.
So as much
Oh, she showed up in the wall.
yeah JC Jane is she's going to be a transitional champion. She's just going to drop the title the very next, probably the very first time she faces off with Mariah. Mariah's winning that championship because they're going to want to put the belt on her because they're going to say, hey, see, you fucked up AEW, which they kind of did. They fucked up Mariah May in AEW. So they fucked up a lot of female women. But anyways, Mark, you picked Stephanie, right?
Yeah, I think they're gonna come out on top. I think it's gonna be like a great match, but they're gonna come out on top.
Oh, I think this is probably going to be the match of the night.
But I do see what Ryan's saying.
Yeah.
It could happen, you know.
Because that's how Lola is. That's her character.
Yeah, that's her thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and Justin, you're
We
picking
have
Stephanie, right?
Yep.
this
Okay.
is probably going to be 6-man tag matches,
All right.
but we may have a discrepancy
Yeah. The
in
next
one of
one
them.
is we're gonna do the Legado del Fantasma one first. So this one's Legado del Fantasma versus I'm not even
Elio, Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown.
So
I know Justin
That's
as
gonna
well.
be high
Those
flying.
three, Justin and I know the worst. We those AAA guys very well. Dr. Elio, Dr. Wagner Jr. is a third generation luchador. His grandfather, the original Dr. Wagner, was a multi-time
yeah.
AAA
TMLO.
CMLL world champion. His
Mm.
father before him was as well. And
Hell, they even did work in WCW.
yeah, Iho is just racking up wins after wins all over the globe.
Hey,
Pagano himself, and
even
Psycho Clown, probably by far two of the best tag team wrestlers
the SA,
in AAA
Okay.
and from around the world.
even El Hio's son,
So
Galeno Del Mal, is making waves in the Indies.
Yeah.
so what
And
you're saying
Psycho
is
Clown,
these guys are winning. They're beating Legado del Fantasma. Well,
I would not put it.
I'd bet my left toe.
didn't Santos
Uh,
didn't he wrestle in AAA or was that Lucha Underground?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did both.
He did both
So
under the name King Inferno.
yeah, he wrestled under the Phantasma name.
And
too, right?
Santos also is a second gen superstar.
So is
His uncle
what's his face?
Roberto and all him
And
and
Garza.
Angel.
Garza's also.
They're
Yeah.
yeah, they're all second gen superstars on Legato's side.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a hell of a match. It's going to be like Mark said, it's going to be a high flying match.
Yeah.
But I think the wild card is going to be Psycho Clown. That man is he
Who's in his name?
he's psycho. This man is a deathmatch wrestler,
Yeah.
Mm.
and he has fought the likes of Nick Gage, and has taken Nick Gage to his limits.
In Mexico, in the U.S.
So I'm giving it to Team AAA.
Same.
Yeah. Mark has Legado. I'm gonna go with AAA.
I only have Legato because they need a win.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've been losing a lot.
I
So.
understand.
So Anthony has a
And then we also have
so we're just gonna bypass
the
him.
LWO
And Ivan
versus another team.
Ivan can't make it tonight because his eyes are swollen shut. So all right, so yeah, like you said, like Ryan just said, we have the LWO versus the other batch of AAA trio tag.
And this match may be changing because pre SmackDown,
Raw.
Yeah, it's pre Raw. Joaquin Wild went down with a horrendous injury against Lexus King in a speed in the speed title qualifier.
Really? I didn't
And
know
had to
that.
get carted out of there in an ambulance.
Yeah.
So we don't know who's going to be his replacement, or they're going to drop it to a tag team match.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. But on the other side of the match, we have Octagon Jr., who is also a second generation wrestler.
The baby brother of Pentagon.
Yeah, he's basically one of his faces was actually uh what's his name?
Wait, who's in this match?
Octagon Jr.
Octagon Jr. He's had 3 different wrestlers wear this mask. One of them actually being Kalisto. Kalisto was the second incarnation of
Is he
Octagon
he's
Jr., the
related to
in-ring.
Octagon, right?
The original face of Octagon Jr. was.
Penta?
He was their little brother.
Uh,
He was the little brother of Penta and Phoenix.
not like story-wise.
Arrow.
Actual.
No, for real.
Oh,
No, for real. Yeah, he was their baby brother.
And then another man in this match, Aerostar. Aerostar was huge in
Lucha Underground.
He was big
AAA.
in AAA, MLW. The man is wonderful. He's a big high flyer. He is
He was a multi-time AAA Cruiserweight champion.
multi-time champion with AAA. He was a triple 6-man tag champion in Lucha Underground.
Yeah, with Rey Mysterio and Drago.
Yeah, and he's all around. He's a wonderful wrestler. But the wild card in this match is Mr. Iguana. Mr. Iguana is AAA legacy. This man is a legend in AAA. And his career, I want to say, started way back in like the early 2000s.
He does look pretty old.
Hmm.
So, what are your predictions?
I'm going to give it. I got to give it to Team AAA myself, just because of the history.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with
Because of
you.
the history on the side of.
I feel like these triple threats are gonna favor AAA. Maybe LWO.
But it also depends on if they're running them under Lucha rules.
Well, one thing I just read here, Mr. Iguana is one half of the current World Mixed Tag Champs.
Yeah.
And Laredo Kid is the current Cruiserweight champ.
Okay. So, Mark, what is your prediction?
For the Legato match?
No, the LWO match.
Hold up. I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, LWO Dragon Lead.
Check the
Discord.
check the text chat. I posted it on there.
Oh,
Right.
this is Vikingo's third reign. He's only held the title 3 days.
As of recently.
He won it May 31st.
I was like, he just won it because of course they weren't gonna have Alberto Del Rio hold on to that belt.
I think that's why they just recently changed it last
Yeah.
night to his title match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking AAA on that one.
AAA. All right, so we all
Yeah.
go AAA. All right. Let's
Yeah.
go to what we think is the main event. El Hijo del Vikingo against
Kingo.
Vikingo against El Grande. I mean Chad Gable. They're two different guys.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Okay.
No.
Mike.
Did you see the boots he won?
Boots last night.
Mark, I want Mark to talk about his pick because he picked Gable to win this match.
Yeah, I think Gable's my bad. I'm eating right now, but
Mark, you have
I think-
Gable winning the AAA championship.
I think they're trying to push him. I just think it's gonna be a funny night. I just think it's gonna be a funny night and some wacky shit's about to happen. And that would be some wacky shit.
He could still win the match.
Yeah, maybe El Grande and Mercado giving him that piece of metal.
Like he'll the
Proving
match.
that it's two people.
Yeah, he'll win the match, but he won't win the title. Like say, like he'll get something will have like a disqualification. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
some
know if
weird
he'll win
shit.
it. He'll win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vikingo will retain the title. Ryan, I'm sure you're going Vikingo on this one. They're not going to let the title.
I'm going Vikingo. This man is insane in the ring. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his matches, but this man comes up with some moves that will make you do double, even triple takes
Yeah.
with how crazy his high flying capabilities are.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it to Vikingo. The man is insane.
And Justin, I'm assuming you're
Same.
also okay. All right, so that is the
Yeah.
matches for Worlds Collide. The winner, like I said, the winner of this will go on to Night of Champions as one of the two #1 contenders. Let's get into the next set. This one's going to be a little bit different. We're also going to have the briefcase. So the winner, whoever predicts both Money in the Bank and get it completely right and how it actually goes, meaning the two last members on the ladder and whoever goes like through tables and stuff like that. We'll do that inside the chat. We're not gonna do it here on here. But the winner of that completely will get the briefcase, which means they can challenge any pay per view, any live show if the title is on the line. So let's kick it off here. This will be the match I think that opens it up. Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch, a rematch of Backlash. I think this one will have a different outcome. I think Becky Lynch will be the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Lyra has done a fantastic job recently with that title, especially with Becky. Becky has brought the best out of Lyra. She seems like she finally has a character, and I think they're going to push her to the moon. I think she'll either win the title back from Becky or she'll go into the main championship, the women's main championship. Ryan, you go next.
I love Lyra to death. The girl's got a lot of talent, but I'm like you. I think Becky's coming out on top. There may be some dirty tactics, but
It'll lead to a match probably at SummerSlam, where I think either
yeah,
Lyra wins it back, where Lyra wins it.
they're going to trade back and forth
Yeah.
with this title for a little bit before Lyra moves on to bigger and better things down the line.
And Becky gets fired.
Shut up. Becky is
But
not getting
my
fired, dude.
pick is
Becky
Okay, if
is
Charlotte's getting fired, Becky's getting fired. I'm sorry.
Charlotte's not dating one of the top stars in the company. Becky's married to Seth. She's not
anymore.
going anywhere.
Anymore.
No.
Wait, wasn't she retired until WrestleMania?
Yeah, she was.
So she kind of went to be a mom.
I have a feeling that they were trying to get a kid.
But yeah, my pick is going to be Becky Lynch.
And Justin?
Becky.
Becky. And Mark?
Yeah, yeah, I'm going with Becky too.
Yeah, I just
We
feel
all
like,
agree.
yeah, Lyra got her win at Backlash. I feel like Becky's gonna win here, and then they'll have their match at SummerSlam where Lyra will win it back. And then,
Be a rubber match.
yeah, this is still gonna be a great match.
Like I said, they're gonna ping pong that title back and forth.
Yeah. So which leads to our next match, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. This one has a lot of new guys coming up. El Grande Americano has never been in a Money in the Bank ladder match. Penta has never been in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Andrade, I don't think he's ever been. Solo hasn't been either.
Andrade's
Solo's
been
actually wrestling. When's the last time Solo was actually in the ring?
We lost Mark, but it's all right.
Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah, we lost Mark for a second. It's all right.
I think Andrade's been in 2.
I have his predictions right here.
Yeah, Andrade's been in 2. Because I remember him getting Salida del Sol from Kalisto.
Mark said he'll be back in 15 minutes. All right. So let's get this. Let's talk about this match a little bit. All 6 of these guys. Oh, outside of 1 maybe. 5 of the 6 guys in this match could win the Money in the Bank. I mean, Penta could win it. He's a potential star. Andrade, they finally pushed Andrade. LA Knight should have won it 2 years ago. I'm sorry, Damian Priest did not deserve to win that. I think LA Knight should have given it to LA Knight. He was way too over. Solo, I mean, they could.
Yeah, he should have won last year when Drew won.
No, I think that was the right choice. Drew winning that just to cash it in, so CM Punk can screw him. I think that was the best. It was either him or Jey Uso, but I think doing what they did now for Jey Uso was smarter. Even though I still don't think he's all that, and I think once he loses that fucking title, he's going back to mediocrity. Uh, ultimately, I think the number one pick here has to be Seth Rollins because he's got a brand new faction. He's finally turned heel, and I think they're going to push him to the moon. I think we're all, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, I think Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn is the main event for next year's WrestleMania. You have Sami Zayn.
I could also see CM Punk screwing Seth.
I can, but I just who would win? Who would benefit from Seth losing? If Karrion Kross was in this match,
L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
It's too late. It's too late for LA Knight. It's too late. He got buried by Jacob Fatu. I'm sorry, he got buried by Fatu. If anything,
Look at Fatu.
You know what's gonna piss me off because they absolutely would do this. El Grande Americano. He benefits from this. He wins the fucking title. He wins the Money in the Bank briefcase because CM Punk cost Seth. That'd be something they do, but I still feel like Seth's gonna win.
I could see that happening.
Because I think Seth.
And I would die laughing if El Grande Americano won it.
I might stop watching.
I feel like that would feel so like.
Because I feel like he'll do it.
I'm with Marcus. I think it's gonna be. I think Seth's gonna get it.
It just screams. It just screams on the wall. Seth. I mean, out of all these guys right now, who has the most momentum? Seth. I mean, Solo's not fucking winning it. Jacob Fatu's costing him. Andrade's not gonna win it. Penta right now. I feel like Penta's on a course to winning the Intercontinental title at the end of this year. LA Knight he just lost his steam. El Grande Americano's not gonna fucking win because
he's gonna get
someone's going to cost him. So I feel like Seth Rollins. What's gonna happen is CM Punk's gonna try to cost Seth, and Seth's gonna win because of it. So I pick Seth Rollins in this.
Let go.
Mark,
thank
Seth
you.
Rollins. Ryan.
LA Knight. I'm going for my sleeper.
All right, Justin.
LA Knight.
Ow! Get off, cat.
All right, let's get into our next match, the women's Money in the Bank. We already know who Cheryl's picking.
No, I don't think Rhea's going to win it. I would like to see her win it, but no, realistically, she's not going to win it. I know this.
She's winning that title back at SummerSlam.
She'll get it she'll get it back later. But no.
Her and Buddy. I do know her and Buddy want to try to start a family soon. Yeah. So I doubt she'll have anything big coming up.
Ryan, because they teased her and Stephanie. That's the match for
her. Yeah.
If they didn't do that tease on Monday night, I don't think I would agree with you. But the fact that they teased her with Stephanie, I think that's the title match at Mania. But here's the thing: she could take off and end up winning the title in January at Royal Rumble. I just don't know who is gonna. Io's not holding that belt until December. She's not holding that belt until New Year. She's losing that belt. I don't know when. Does Bianca finally turn heel? But I think Bianca and Jade Cargill are the match at Mania next year. So I have a feeling this is why my pick here is Naomi, because I feel like Naomi could cash in on both Io or Tiffany. Like I said, Tiffany's another one I don't think is going to be holding that belt going into 2026. Tiffany is going to take. I also think she's going to take some time off too, because she's done a lot of wrestling the last few years.
Yeah.
Is that Tiffany? Yeah.
So, but here's a wild card, and Ryan probably might agree on this one. I could see Roxanne winning the Money in the Bank. I could see them giving it to Roxanne. Because of Judgment Day. Judgment Day, maybe Dom helps her, and he turns on Liv. because I feel like that's where we're heading.
That would be interesting.
Dom is gonna
I
tell
feel like if
us.
he turns on Liv, that might happen at either SummerSlam
Yeah.
or
So
Saturday Night's Main Event.
Roxanne is my sleeper pick here to win it because they are very high. Triple H is very high on Roxanne as well. So
Yeah.
I mean, Julia and Stephanie don't need it because they have bigger star power that they could win the title down the line. Where Roxanne, I feel like, is more someone you want to build, and she's also younger than both. Roxanne's still in her 20s. I think she's
Yeah,
only 23, right?
yeah. She
So,
started wrestling at the age of 16.
so I think Roxanne Perez would be my sleeper pick, but I think Naomi just screams too much. Like the only way Naomi doesn't win this match is if Jade Cargill costs her, but I just don't. I feel like they're slowly getting past those two, outside of maybe the R-Truth thing on Twitter when they went back and forth. But I just feel like they're slowly going past Naomi and Jade Cargill because they're going to be setting up Jade Cargill and Bianca. Because I have a feeling they're going to reveal that Bianca knew all along and she was the one behind the attack. She told Naomi to attack Jade Cargill. So I think Naomi potentially could win Money in the Bank. And I think she deserves it. Naomi is such a hard worker. She in this heel run of hers, she's been amazing. So out of the 6 women, I think that would benefit the most. The 2, in my opinion, are Roxanne and Naomi. I think Alexa Bliss is just there to be there. I think Stephanie Valcour and Julia and Rhea are gonna put on a show, but Alexa Bliss is probably the. No offense to her, she's a great wrestler, but she's the odd woman out of this
Mm-hmm.
Money in the Bank. I wish there was 8 competitors. They need to go back to 8 competitors. The 6 competitors is just not enough. I remember back then when they first did it, there was like I think 10 competitors in the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
They gotta put this back in fucking WrestleMania, dude. Now that it's 2 nights, you gotta put each night have a Money in the Bank match. Get rid of Money in the Bank as a pay per view as a whole. Put something different there. So Ryan, what is your
Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing them doing.
because it felt more important. It felt more important when it was on Mania.
I'm sure they're going Roxanne. Yes.
He's going Roxanne.
Yep.
She's my sleeper pick. So those are my. I'll have my actual pick in Naomi, and my sleeper pick is Roxanne. Justin.
I'll say my sleeper. For my sleeper, I'm going Mommy in the Bank.
Rhea Ripley. You did. I figured you'd put that.
I gotta say that does kind of write itself, like that tagline with the whole Senior Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but like I said,
But
she is above Money in the Bank. That's what I'm trying to say. She can get a title shot when all they
my
can do is write her storyline and she'll win that title. I don't think she needs Money in the Bank.
here's my thing. My heart says either Rhea or Steph, but my brain says Roxanne.
Yeah, Roxanne. But like I said though, Naomi, I wouldn't be shocked if she wins it either. Naomi, they've been pushing her hard too.
Naomi will find some way to probably cheat and win,
Yeah.
but I'm sorry. I think Naomi is like 10 years too late.
I don't know. I mean,
If she was going to win something, she would have won it back when she had the SmackDown Women's title.
they did her dirty. They did her dirty, man. Losing to Natalia, they did her dirty. You know why they made her lose that title because she said that she's getting an expensive ring entrance at SummerSlam, and Vince McMahon was so petty that he made her lose the title the same night. That was so bad. All right, Mark's
Oh,
prediction.
yes,
Mark has Alexa Bliss. Okay.
that's a wild card.
That's a wild card. I think she is the least likely to win it.
Hey, but you got to say, she's the least likely to win, which is most likely Triple H's book.
Yeah. I just feel like Roxanne, like I said, Roxanne and Naomi are probably they just feel like they're most likely to win it, especially Roxanne.
I do see Julia or Steph winning it, but I agree with you
They're gonna
about Yeah, they're going to win somewhere down the line
I think it's too early to give.
because I think it's because Triple H
He's a long-term
brought them
star.
in himself.
Yeah, he is. The one thing about Triple H does better than Vince McMahon is he is a long-term booker. He likes to do the long haul, which is why they had Cody Rhodes lose at Mania 39 and win it at Mania 40. It was and it was better for Cody. That moment when he won that title at 40 would have felt larger than it would have ever done if he won it at 39. Uh, so I feel like Stephanie and Julia are the long haul. Roxanne feels like she's like Tiffany Stratton. She's another Tiffany Stratton esque superstar where they're gonna give her the. You know what? I'm gonna change my pick. I'm picking Roxanne. Fuck it. I think it's Roxy time, baby. It's Prodigy time. It is Prodigy time, baby. It's time for. I think Roxanne
The
takes the.
largest
What?
the largest Money in the Bank was back in 2010, WrestleMania 24.
That was like the 10, 12 man, right?
It was 10 competitors. Jack Swagger out one time.
Fucking. Oh no, I think that was CM Punk 24. CM Punk won it. No. Who won 24?
No, it was Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger won the 20. No, he won the WrestleMania
No,
26.
26. It
Yeah, I was
was
gonna say.
WrestleMania 26.
Okay, so
Punk was 25.
yeah, I was like, no, Punk was 20, 22, 23, 24. He won it back to back years. And then
No, 24, 25.
was it 2020? Yeah, because
Yeah.
Kennedy won it in 23. You're right. Kennedy won it in 23. Because then he fucking
Yeah, the largest Money in the Bank was Jack Swagger, Christian, Ziggler, McIntyre, Evan Bourne, Kane, Kofi, Matt Hardy, MVP, and Shelton.
so. All right, so that leads us to our main event. We got John Cena, Logan Paul versus whoa, yeet.
Here goes Cody, bro.
something, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Uh, John Cena says,
Yeet.
that's they're not going to be saying that next year. They're gonna he's. I just don't see his character being that over next year.
They just did it to sell merch.
I know. Like,
So,
the wrestling fans are so stupid. Like they'll chant anything.
hey, this is why John Cena's back. He's back to sell merch.
But anyways, I do think this is
I,
the right.
I'm like Justin. He's just back to sell merch. He's
Yeah.
running low on money because Hollywood's not calling him much right now.
So well, he's got his Peacemaker season 2 coming out in August.
That also heard he's possibly going through divorce.
Is he? I didn't hear that.
Mm-mm.
It's like a rumored right now
Because him
because
and his wife are
apparently she
divorced.
moved out. Yeah, apparently she moved out of their Tampa mansion.
Oh, did she?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
mostly due to the whole rumored thing that came back with Stephanie McMahon wanting to leave Triple H back when he wanted to come back.
So it says John
It
Cena.
was they
Says right here, John Cena and his
yeah, it's
wife.
John Cena Logan Paul.
John Cena and his wife Shay seem to
Yeah.
struggle finding time to romantic dates. That's why they turn every public event John attends into a date night. Oh, so this doesn't talk about how they struggle. It's just saying that they just use every public event as. I mean, it's probably some truth to it, but anyways, yeah, John Cena, Logan Paul for me.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be John Cena, Logan Paul, myself. I have a major feeling that there's going to be a lot of shenanigans going on.
I have a feeling this is
Even
gonna
if
lead
this
to
one,
we're gonna lead to a Cena Paul match at Night of Champions, and then Cena will beat Logan Paul, and then we'll get Cody John Cena at SummerSlam. Because
there's so many variables coming out of this match.
yeah,
We have the possibility of Cena or Logan Paul turning on their respective partner.
yeah.
There's possibilities of Gunther getting involved. There's possibilities of Seth getting involved.
You know, I wouldn't be
Possibilities
surprised.
of Cody turning on
I
Jay.
don't think Cody's gonna turn on Jay. I think
And
his heel turn will be against Cena. His his heel turn will be against Cena because they're saving that.
Yeah, there's so many variables in this match that who knows how it will end up.
Like I said,
Hell, Travis Scott could even show up and
Travis
do
Scott's
something
gonna
again.
be he's gonna be at Money in the Bank. He's gonna have that's why I thought it was gonna be a 6-man tag match because they were talking about Travis Scott he's gonna have a major factor, which I think Travis Scott will show up in this match, and I think he's gonna be the reason why.
And who knows, Daddy Dwayne might even show up.
Like John Cena and Logan
Daddy
Paul.
Dwayne.
Dustin Rhodes comes up from the top rope. The original American.
Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints shows up.
The LA Knight. Louisiana Knight. So ultimately, I do think Cena. Mark has Cody and Jay winning this match, which I mean they could win this match, but I just don't. I don't think that's the case because I don't think they're gonna have Cody versus Cena at Night of Champions. I think they're saving that for the bigger blockbuster match at New MetLife for Cena and Cody. And
Yeah, for SummerSlam.
Cena will drop the title. Cena will go on this babyface tour where I think
Go through a midlife crisis.
Yeah, he'll ultimately join team whoever faces against Seth Rollins at War Games. He'll join that team, and that's how he'll redeem himself, and then he'll probably end his career against Randy Orton, which makes the most sense. Him and Randy Orton have arguably, outside of maybe Edge, that's his biggest rival is Randy Orton. So I think that's how it's gonna end. But I think Orton's gonna be a heel by the time that happens. I think Orton turns heel.
And what about CM Punk? CM Punk was one of John Cena's biggest rivals too.
I think CM Punk and Cena are going to have a match. That could be the Night of Champions match. Honestly, you know what? That could be the Night of Champions.
Because it was already teased.
So I could see. You know what? I'm gonna
on Monday.
I think Cena Punk at Night of Champions. Seth Rollins costs CM Punk. We're gonna get CM Punk, Seth Rollins a singles match at SummerSlam, and we're gonna get Cena, Cody at SummerSlam. They'll be and then I think the night one will probably be Jey Uso versus whoever he faces night one. I'll tell you who won't be. Won't be the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre because he is taking some time off to deal with injuries.
I am going to put this out there just because it just popped in my head. I have a feeling that Seth Rollins is going to tease the cash in at the end of the night.
Yeah, but he won't do it.
And it's probably going to get stopped by either Punk or Sami Zayn.
Yes. I agree with that. I think ultimately there was going to be a tease, and you know what could happen? I think
I do have to say, I can also see possibly a Night of Champions where they just say a giant middle finger and make an 8-man where it's Braun and Seth tagging with John and Logan against Cody, Punk, Sami, and Jay.
You know what? I could see that. But I ultimately do think
Just do a giant middle finger to the fans.
If Seth wins Money in the Bank, I ultimately think Seth's going to cash in at SummerSlam. I think that's when Jay loses the title.
I can say I would love to see,
Or he loses it Monday night.
He could.
Basically the
Monday night against Gunther.
I don't think Gunther's going to get
and you also have both world champions in this match. So if Seth's going to tease a cash in, it's got to be during that match.
Yes.
And it'll be an even bigger thing if Seth teases the cash in on John.
I could see that.
Due to their history.
I think Cody's taking that. The only one that's taking the title off of Cena is Cody, because that's all they made it look like. That's all they've done is to tease Cody and Cena. And I feel like Cena's losing that title to Cody. Jay feels like the more vulnerable one, which is why I think Seth's gonna cash in on Jay and win the title. Because I just feel like Cena's not a transitional champion. This is his 17th world title. He's a heel. And he's gonna go on a redemption tour. Jay is a transitional champion. As much as his fans want to admit, he is a transitional champion. I'm sorry, but he is.
Redemption tour, don't you be fair? World tour, the man's old as hell.
True. But
Put it in the crusty Ric Flair's underpants.
But anyways.
Old Yeller his ass behind the barn, man.
But anyways, I think Jey Uso will probably lose the title at SummerSlam, do a cash in and what could happen is I think him and Gunther run it back at SummerSlam. Gunther beats the shit out of him at the end of the match, and Seth Rollins comes in and cashes in.
Yeah, because I can also see Seth Rollins getting involved Monday night.
Yeah. Or
maybe screwing Gunther.
Or AJ Styles joins Seth Rollins and faces off with Jey Uso at SummerSlam.
I'm saying next member of that group is Becky.
Becky? They're gonna add another member because I don't think Becky's gonna join unless it's after because the War Games. This is obviously setting up a War Games match. I think the fourth member will be either AJ Styles or Logan Paul.
Sami Zayn.
I see Sami Zayn, but I think Sami Zayn
or even the curveball of Karrion Kross.
I could see that, but that's why I want Karrion.
You gotta say, go from Paul Ellering as his manager to Paul Heyman, two legendary managers.
But we'll see what happens. Like I said, the winner of this.
Because I think Bronson and Braun are gonna make a run at the tag titles.
Yeah, I think they will.
The natural disasters 2.0. Earthquake and typhoon are back.
So we'll see what happens. The live stream is on Saturday.
Oh wait, I never even said. I'm going Cody and Jay. I never even said my prediction.
Oh, Justin, you never said your prediction.
Yeah, no, I'm going Cody and Jay.
Are you going Cody and Jay? Okay. Ultimately, we'll see what happens. Like I said, the winners of both Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank will be going at it for United Champions for the chance to win, to be crowned the inaugural PWC Champion. The losers, whoever finished second, will be battling out for what we call either the loser or the $5 bin championship, which Ryan is still making. And then the loser of that will be getting what we call the discount championship. It'll be the toy belt. It'll be a tiny toy belt. So you guys are locking in. So no changing your predictions. These are locked in.
Lock it in.
Locked in.
All right. That's all the time we have for this episode. Unless you guys want to talk about a little bit more. Like, do you want to review Raw, SmackDown?
I think we're good.
Okay. All right, Ryan. We'll see how these predictions go on Saturday.
Yep.
All right, that's all the time we have. We'll see you guys later. Peace.